Okay, so here we are back at it. Got our nice little reset in. And as you saw on the other channel, went and did a charity event. Turns out they raised $13,000 for that veterans organization, so outstanding. And then I decided to make the Harley a little faster. And it didn't go well at all. Not even a little bit. So now this trip, instead of taking off like I had planned for my 2 loads that I've got, this one and the next one, and then making my way over to Indiana, I get to do these 2 that I have, try and find another one to get me close to home, because I have to go back to Washington. My bike is in about 90 pieces right now in Washington, and those of you that have been around a while know that I don't live there. I didn't get home until midnight last night, and then back up early and at it. By the way, we're in Lapine, Oregon, so left my house, made it to Lapine, doing my 30-minute break right now. 2 hours from delivering this, and then 5 hours to pick up my next one. Hoping to have it delivered by Wednesday and find one more load somewhere going back towards home, I hope. It was a rough weekend. So anyway, I gotta get going here because I got just a couple minutes left on my my 30, and they're expecting me before 3 o'clock for this trailer. So let's get that done and make our way down to California to get the next one. Good morning. So we got that trailer dropped in Eugene and we were headed down to California to get the next one. And my Google Maps said, hey, due to all these fires in California, we're rerouting you off of I-5. Take this exit for Drain, Oregon. And, well, having grown up there, I knew that if it's sending me through Drain, Oregon, the only thing that'll get me down where I had to go would be to take Highway 101. Well, Highway 101 happens to go right through my hometown, as you saw in that video just a second, or that little driving clip just a second ago. And I had enough time on my clock to make it about a half hour past my hometown. So I decided to stay there. And since I was only there for a 10-hour period, because I'm kind of on a deadline with this trailer. That doesn't happen very often, but I am on a pretty tight deadline on this specific trailer. So, seeing as how it was only 10 hours, I ran around, got to my sister's house, put it in personal conveyance, ran around town, visited my family, saw one of my friends, and went back to my sister's house, took it out of personal conveyance, and had dinner with her, and went to bed. Got up at 4 o'clock this morning, and now we're here. I'm about 40 minutes from the pickup, and, well, I gotta get going. Not on a 30-minute break. I just stopped because I needed, Anyway, so I'm gonna get back at it, and I'll see you guys after I grab this next unit. Well, welcome back. We got this fifth wheel. It's a 38-foot Infinity. So, made it down, picked this up in Trinidad, Oregon. Ran all the way down 101 to basically to Oakland. Hopped on the 580, and we just got on the 5. Not really in a town, we're in between towns, but this little thing here. Anyway, we're at this Flying J, gonna sleep here tonight, and we had a interesting event. Well, California is not really known for having that many truck stops, and you'll see what I'm talking about right here. Okay, so the strange thing there is that I'm only supposed to hold 96 gallons, and somehow I got 97.5. So I would say it was out. We should have enough time to get this delivered tomorrow, and then it's just a matter of getting back home. If I can find a load, great. If I have to deadhead, well, that's gonna suck because I'm basically in Phoenix. That's a lot of deadhead. But I have to get back to Washington Saturday morning, so awesome. Well, it is what it is. I'm gonna get off here, go in there, get some dinner, get some supplies for tomorrow, and that's gonna be it for this. I'm really hoping I can find something, but I'm not holding my breath. It's fairly difficult to get something going into Boise or anywhere near Boise off the reload board. So we'll see how that goes, and I'll catch you guys sometime tomorrow. Good morning. So I wasn't going to do another segment here because I'm in the exact same spot that I was when I spoke with you just a second ago. All I did was go to bed and wake up. But I realized there was two things I forgot to cover. One, the new hours of service are in effect, and really the big change is, or at least the one I've noticed so far, only because it surprised the hell out of me when it happened, is your 30-minute break does not have to be off duty. So perfect example. This trailer, I went to hook up to it, and the emergency breakaway cable was a little short. It connected, but it didn't look like it was going to work. So I took some D-rings, thank you, that I had, and I used those to extend the cable. But while I was trying to think about how to do that and then actually do that, that took my pickup time for this to like 32, I think it was 32 minutes, 32, 34, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to start driving, and I had a full 8 hours before my break was required. And I forgot it was the 29th and the new hours of service came into effect. So that's cool. On top of that, there's also the split. It sounds like instead of taking 10 hours, you can do a 3-hour segment and then a 7 or a 2 and then an 8. I don't know that I like that idea. I mean, split up your 10 hours, great. But I don't know. I have a hard time trusting these computer things just because mine is screwed up so many times. Where I've been in personal conveyance and it kicks me out, and then I have a violation and I have to call and say, hey, I was in personal conveyance and I don't know why it's not in personal conveyance, and that drive time was PC. It was not actual drive time. That's not a violation, and they can fix it. And it's pretty obvious because it was you could see I was in personal conveyance, and then there's 30 seconds of drive time for a violation, like that kind of stuff. So as long as it works, but I don't know that I would trust it. But I do very much like the as long as you're not driving, it counts towards your 30-minute break. That is great. Say you pull into a fuel island and, all right, on-duty fueling, so you're sitting there. You gotta wait 5 or 6 minutes for a truck to pull out of the way, and then you pull up and fuel, and then you pull forward so the next truck can get in. You go in, you get your receipt, or use the bathroom or whatever. There's your 30 minutes and you're back on the road. You weren't driving for that time, so it counts. Anyway, there's that. And there was one other thing I wanted to cover with you guys. One of you, I forgot to look it up before I started this. I think it was Mike. If so, thank you. Either way, thank you. You know who you are. I know you know who you are because you sent me the picture on Instagram. But as I get in the seat to take off, I want you guys to check out the Streetwalker's Famous. I don't even know where to start with today. So I got up, did that little clip for you guys before I left, took off down the road, made it about an hour and a half. A little less than an hour 10, 15, somewhere in there. Tire blows. Okay, cool. Swap out the tire. Also learned, according to the new hours of service manual, if you blow a tire, that counts as your 30-minute break. Took off again. Got about an hour, a little over, like an hour and 10 away from being at the end of my 11-hour shift. Blew another tire. God. And Well, thankfully I was only just a couple miles from here and was able to remove that one, three-wheel it to get it here, and there's a tire shop right there. Already spoke with the customer because, again, this is a personal unit, so sounds like everything's gonna get taken care of in the morning. I need a shower. I'm exhausted. Yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys in the morning when we get this tire thing figured out. One more thing. This is tire number 2, the second one. The first tire I caught before it actually blew apart. It just started deflating. I looked in my mirror and I saw the tire was sticking way out. Pulled over, and it had a couple pounds of pressure in it, but it was pretty close to flat. And another mile or two and it would have been done. However, tire number 2, there was no warning. It just exploded going down the road. And, well, it didn't go so well. Customer knows. Customer's seen pictures. I guess we'll see how it goes. All right, now I'm gonna go in and get a shower. I'll see you guys later. Okay, so we got the trailer dropped. We're a little less than halfway home. Gonna make it up to Ely, Nevada tonight. Sleep there and get home about 1 in the afternoon tomorrow. Fairly simple day. Customer was not at all upset about the damage to the trailer. Her insurance is apparently handling it. Speaking with a few people in the office at Horizon, it sounds like it's not going to be on me. I'm not responsible for the damage because they're fairly certain I did not go out and intentionally pop the tires. The tires were old. I looked at them when I picked them up, and they were right at the edge of the being too old to be on the road. But there was no signs of dry rot. The tread looked really good, so rolled the dice. Didn't pan out well. Customer went ahead and bought all 4 new tires this morning. Talked to that tire shop that was right across the street, and I said, hey, what are we looking at? Well, it's X amount for 4 new tires. I think it was $650. And I said, okay, well, I'm at the Pilot right across the street. Oh, okay. Well, you're looking at a $85 an hour for a roadside service. I said, I'm literally looking at your front door. Well, yeah, but we have to send the service truck out. I said, okay, I'll be right there. Started up the truck and just drove it across the street. It was 0.1 mile. Drove it across the street, and they put 4 new tires on it, and customer paid over the phone for the tires, delivered. Customer was, thank you for everything you did. You did it, above and beyond. I said, no, not really. There was an issue, and I found a way to resolve the issue and still get the trailer delivered to you. So, I didn't do anything special. I'm upset about your trailer. I feel bad. Oh, don't worry about it. It wasn't your fault. Everything, it's okay. Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys being so helpful throughout the entire process, and we shook hands, and I took off. So, moral of the story is, these are things you guys are going to have to deal with. I know guys have been doing this for years and they've never had a tire blow out. And here I am, a little over a year in, and I've had 4 of them blow. One, the entire center section just disappeared and the sidewalls were perfectly perfect. I did a video and I said, something felt weird. I looked in the mirror and the center just separated up the sidewalls and took off down the highway. It happens. So something to be cautious of. Have a jack or a way to lift the trailer up to get the tires off, and know where the spares are, know how to take the spares down, get them off whether on the back of the trailer or under or whatever. But these things happen, and if you're going to get into this job, you got to be ready for it. I'm going to finish out my 30-minute break, take off up to Eli, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Probably going to do a live video sometime next week. I don't know exactly when. I'm looking at probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Not positive. So that'll be what is today? The 1st? So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th or 7th of October. Look for possibly a live video happening sometime throughout the day. Probably in the evening, so I can get more involvement from you guys. But anyway, I'm going to end this one here, and I will catch you guys later. Sorry we did so long without a video, but the first trailer was less than a half a day, and I didn't want to do a video on that, so I just kind of lumped both trailers into one video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, those of you on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.